it's Tina and I am back, and we are here for the first episode of Chill and Chat. Are you guys proud of me? I literally came up with that title a couple of minutes ago when I tried filming a couple of intros for this video, and it tanked, and I just came to my head like, call these Chill and Chat. Done. Say no more. These are similar to my car chat videos, and it's gonna tie in with those. Instead of being in the car, I'm in the chair and stuff. I was going with like chair chat. I was like, that sounds a little corny. So I thought Chill and Chat worked. What do you guys think? Let me know, because that's what we're gonna go with for this series. I need co-signers on this. I need people to think it's clever. And all right, let's go. So these videos are pretty much gonna be me sitting down and talking to you about a topic. Any kind of topic, and we'll delve into it. It's mainly going to be beauty related, of course, or beauty adjacent. There are different things that we can talk about too, so it's not going to be just, you know what, scratch that. We're not going to just keep this to beauty, but mainly beauty. Does that make sense? Is that all right? I think that should be all right. All right, so for this video, I picked a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and that is the whole idea of PR here on YouTube. And I wanted to weigh both the pros and the problems with PR, especially here in the beauty community here on YouTube, which most of us, if not all of us, are fully immersed in, and we're fully a part of it. So you've already seen that there can be major problems associated with PR, and of course there are positive sides to it as well. So let's talk about it. So in general, public relations is a professional maintenance of a favorable public image of a company, an organization, a brand, and in a lot of cases, celebrities. So it pretty much tries to paint a brand, a company, an organization, or a celebrity or famous person in a positive light to the public, us out there, the viewers, the subscribers, the consumers, the customers of said brands. And that's in general what the idea is. And then here in the beauty community on YouTube, it's a relationship between a brand or a company or their public relations firm and a beauty influencer or content creator, which then rolls into a relationship between the beauty influencer and you guys, or viewers or subscribers, because it all rolls into one. Everything rolls downhill. Not saying that you guys are downhill or anything, but it's from the organizations, the companies, the brands, rolling through the beauty influencers to you guys, who are essentially going to purchase these products that we're speaking about. And in most cases, when people think of PR here on YouTube, they just think about the free products that beauty influencers and content creators get to showcase on their channels if they choose to. But it's more than that. It includes these influencer trips, these brand events, these different launch parties. It includes all of that. And these beauty influencers, a lot of them sometimes have a really good relationship with the public relations people behind a brand. So they'll be in contact with them constantly. They'll probably talk to them on the phone, send them emails, and have almost like a semi-friendship with some of these people, which can run into a conflict of interest, which is probably the major problem with PR on YouTube. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and just delve into the world of PR and speak about the pros and the problems. And I want to start out with the pros, the positive side of PR, because I myself, as a beauty influencer, I've experienced both sides of the coin. I've experienced it as a consumer myself and as someone that watches different beauty influencers and content creators. And I've also experienced it as a beauty influencer myself, or content creator. I'm really not that much of an influencer. I know I influence you guys. You know what? I'm going to take that and wear that as a badge of honor, because that means that I have built a relationship with you guys, and you guys can trust certain things that I say and trust my recommendations when it comes to products. And I would never intentionally try to take advantage of that. I know sometimes I'm like, go get this stuff and your wallets are crying out for help, but I come from a positive place with it. For me, the major pro of PR is that I get to try out tons of new products that I would not necessarily have a chance to try or an opportunity to try, because at the end of the day, I can't buy everything. I buy a lot of products. You've seen my recent haul videos. I've done a lot of those. I buy a lot of products, but at the end of the day, I don't have like an endless bank account that I'm gonna buy each and everything. And I also don't have full access to all the information in the world. So I don't even know that some of these products exist a lot of times or that they're gonna be launched. For the most part, I have an idea of what's out there, but I don't know every single product. I don't know every single brand. So when a brand or a company reaches out to me and wants to send me product to try out for consideration with no strings attached, where it's not tied to a review, it's not a sponsorship, it is strictly product for me to try free of charge, I am open to that because, again, I get to try out more products for you guys. And these are things that I don't necessarily always have access to. And it's a good way for me to try out products. And if I discover some gems, I can share that with you guys. And also, you guys often want us to try products out to see if they're worth checking out yourself. And sometimes I'm lucky enough to get those products from a brand and I can share that with you guys. So the positive is that I get to try out products, a lot more products than I would normally be able to just purchase on my own. The next positive that I've seen is that you can build a relationship again with these different companies, these brands, these PR firms. And through building a relationship, you can bring improvements to them. You can bring suggestions to them about their products, something that they can change, something that they can improve, something that they might want to consider launching, like a specific item that you think would be a great fit for them. So if you build a relationship with them, you can bring those ideas to the forefront. You may even be able to work with them on certain collaborations. You may be able to work with them on certain ideas. For me, that's a positive from the beauty influencer standpoint as well as from the viewer standpoint, because if you give feedback to me, say a company has a shitty shade range like It Cosmetics, I can bring that back to It Cosmetics and say, listen, I like your product. I do want to use it more on my channel, but you don't have colors or shades for women of color. So what are you doing? Like, you don't go as deep as I need you to go, or this shade is very gray, so you need to tweak something. You can bring those back. And I have done that. I have given feedback to brands, and I've tried products out where they needed some tweaking, and I've given that feedback as well. So that's one positive. For the influencer, they can also build, again, those collaborative opportunities for themselves and give themselves opportunities to grow and probably do sponsorships, which is not necessarily a positive for you guys, because if they're just in it for the sponsorship money, then it's a little bit shitty. But if they're really, really into a product or a brand, then why shouldn't they be able to accept a sponsorship? Another positive that I can think of is that you get to see products before the launch or before anybody else. You get to see swatches because these beauty influencers receive these packages ahead of the launch date, so they can do swatches for you guys. You can see lip swatches. Maybe if they have lip products, you can see swatches on their skin, so you can see if it complements their skin tone, if it would work for your skin tone. If they do reviews and try-ons and test these products out ahead of time, they can give you an idea of whether or not you want to try these products out. Of course, they need to be honest and open reviews. But who am I? If they do give you that feedback, then you can determine whether or not you want to try these products out ahead of time. You don't have to go through the fuss of buying these products, trying them out yourself and being like, what the hell is this? And having to return them or just being stuck with the product. They get to test out the products for you guys. And then if you trust that influencer, you can go off their recommendation to either get the product or to stay away from it. All right, now that we've spoken about some of the positives, let's dive into the problems, because there are quite a few and they are like manifesting themselves day in and day out. And I think they're kind of outweighing the positives somewhat. And a lot of us tend to focus on the negative. So here I am to help you focus on the negative, as we do. So the first thing that annoys me, the first problem I see with PR is that people literally start YouTube channels, start Instagram accounts, start on social media with the full intent of getting free product. Like, people will reach out to me, email me, oh, I just started my channel and I want to get free product. How do I do it? And I'm just like, is that all you're in the beauty space for? To get free product? So you see all these influencers getting packages upon packages and you feel like you should get that too, so you started a beauty channel for that? That's tacky. Isn't that a little bit pathetic? I I hate those emails. I hate when people reach out to me asking me how to get free product. It's breeding a culture of entitlement, and I don't like it one bit. When I started YouTube, and I'm not saying like I'm this angel or whatever, but when I started my channel, I started it for the love of it, and the PR came later, like way later. I was buying all these products on my own until brands started seeing that I was using their products and raving about their products, and they reached out to me to send me items. One of the first brands that reached out to me was Makeup Forever, and I did a full swatch fest video of all their eyeshadows. Like, I went out and I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars buying their eyeshadows because I love them. I absolutely was so in love with those eyeshadows, and I wanted to share them with you guys, and they reached out to me and sent me PR. They've since stopped sending me PR, but that's okay because I still love the brand, and I will still get products from them and purchase them myself because I love the brand. So when somebody reaches out to me asking me how to get product from a brand, I'm like, I don't like your attitude, so you're canceled. Thank you. And I've seen this a lot with like Anastasia Beverly Hills. Everybody seems to be pandering to get on that PR list. Like Norvina, who is the daughter of Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I think she's like the creative director. When she puts out a tweet saying, hey, we have a spot open on our PR list, like, you have all these people just rushing in, like, pick me, pick me, pick me. And I'm like, whoa, like, hold up now. If you really love a brand that much, then you shouldn't have a problem purchasing the products and enjoying the products and sharing those products. And hey, she might notice you and send you PR, which again is another problem of PR, but we'll get into that part as well. But that pandering is crap. A great example is Manny MUA on his Snapchat, was it? Where he was pandering to get on the Kylie Cosmetics PR list. And it's just like, you already make hundreds of thousands, probably millions of dollars from YouTube. You're telling me that you can't just purchase the products yourself if you're that interested in it? It was very tacky of him to just push to be on that PR list. And you will see other influencers do the same thing. They're like, if only I could get on that PR list, or I wish I could get on that PR list. They'll send it out on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and then these brands will fall all over themselves because they have millions of subscribers. Get them on the PR list, send them products, and it's just like, it's everybody's up, everybody's behind, and I don't like that at all. That's my first problem with PR. The next one is a big problem with PR, one that I think most people have a huge issue with, and that is where beauty influencers will say positive things only and really minuscule negative things just to stay on PR lists. So they don't want to upset the brand, they don't want to, ruffle feathers or anything, because they want to make sure that they keep getting these free products. You want people that you can trust, and when you watch them, you think they're giving you the honest, open, full truth. So they will like yell and shout all these positive things about a new product, and then sprinkle in just a little bit of negative, just a little touch, so it seems honest, but never give you the full story about a product because they really want to stay on the good side of these brands and stay on these PR lists. And that's the thing that most people have seen and most people are up in arms about when it comes to PR. They're like, oh, you just get this stuff for free, so you're just going to say positive things. And it puts other influencers in a bad light too. Those are who are honest, and maybe they do really love a product, but then it seems disingenuous now because if you only say positive things, then you're just faking it. But in truth and in fact, you may actually really love the product. For me, I like to give you positives and negatives. And sometimes if a product is just meh, I won't even bother to talk about it. Because if it's just average or just decent, it's not worth mentioning. I won't even bring it up. But if I'm reviewing a product, I'm going to give you positives and negatives. And to me, that's the best way to approach it because it gives the brands feedback about their product. Hey, this is something that you could think about for the future, changing, updating, revising. Like, these are things to consider. And then for you guys, it's something for you to consider also. Maybe it's something that doesn't bother you, like a glittery highlighter. I personally hate glittery highlighters. And I know there are people out there that love glittery highlighters. Now, if I mention that a product is glittery and I don't like that, you might be like, oh, that's perfect. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to mention the things that are positive to me and negative to me. My positives may be a negative to you, and my negatives may be a positive to you. So things like that, I like to give you both positives and negatives from my point of view because it may be different from your point of view. And again, you give feedback to the brands on what they can improve for future launches and future products. But that's just me. The next thing I've seen is another part of the entitlement culture is where a big influencer did not receive PR, or they didn't receive products from a certain launch, or they didn't receive all the products from a certain launch. And Manny MUA is, again, very guilty of this. I've seen him receive products from MAC, and MAC is one of those brands that sends out PRs. They have huge launches, and they may only send out a select few items. They're not going to send you all the lipstick shades or all the shades of eyeshadow. They may send you just like the key items, like the items that they think are going to be the most popular. Manny MUA will literally complain and pout about not getting all the products of a launch. And I'm like, how ungrateful are you? Are you serious? Like, you should be happy that you even got the PR in the first place to share with your audience. And if you're so gung-ho about it, then how about you go ahead and buy the rest of the products? Or do you just want to complete the collection? Because you don't showcase all the products anyway, so why should they send you all the products? They're just sending you key items. And that's great. I think that's fantastic. I don't need all the shades of foundation. Where am I going? In fact, I've gotten launches with the full shades, and I struggled with them. I didn't know what to do with them, so I gave them away. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them away, and I'm not going to swatch it. So it's not really beneficial to me to get the full range of things. You know what I mean? And maybe they send me products that only suit my skin tone. So they won't send me things that are meant for pale skin. And that's okay. But there are influencers out there that are so ungrateful that they expect that they should get every single thing and every single item. And I'm like, wow, that's bratty. And if they don't get a launch, they complain about it. They're like, well, they didn't send me this launch and I'm upset. And I'm like, again, you're so entitled. That is so tacky. I don't like that at all. And another part of that, which is another problem, is being bitter when you're taken off PR lists. Now, it's only human to feel a little salty when you're rejected, and I've been a part of that. I felt some type of way, and I am not immune to this at all. Like I said, I'm not an angel. I have felt a little pang of hurt and dismissal when I've been taken off a PR list. To be honest, I might mention it in a video and you'll feel like I feel a little bit jaded, but there are people who literally go out of their way, make videos, and complain about how they've been kicked off a PR list because they gave a negative review. And then their audience will literally go attack the brand for taking that said person off a PR list, and the brand is almost forced to send them PR. Now, PR is not mandatory. It's not something that brands have to send to you just because you exist in the beauty community. They don't have to send you PR because you're a top influencer. They're allowed to pick and choose who they put on their PR list. They're allowed to pick and choose who they send products to. And that's okay. It's the name of the game. But there are influencers that will literally complain about these brands not sending them things and kicking them off the list. And then their audience goes on a witch hunt. And I've seen this with Jackie Aina with Tarte. She went off on Tarte saying that Tarte didn't send her PR products. And her audience, and not saying that necessarily she said go get them, but her audience is going to read that as, oh my God, I'm going to go after this brand now because how dare they not send her product. And you don't know what happened behind the scenes. You have no idea what happened. Who knows? They could have left on bad terms and they didn't want to send her any more products. And that's okay. Like, a brand doesn't have to be forced to send PR to people. It's okay. There are things that I don't mind getting kicked off. And then there are brands that are loyal and will stick to you even if you give bad reviews. Becca, it's funny because with Becca, they send me things all the time and I don't necessarily showcase everything. Like the Chrissy Teigen collection, I wasn't like too thrilled about the oil and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not gonna talk about it, but I love their highlighters and I love certain foundations from them, and I just bought their eyeshadow palette, right? I have to respect brands like that take the negative with the positive and don't just kick people off PR lists because of it. But at the same time, if they do kick me off because of a negative review, I'm not going to go on the attack and be bitter about it. I may be a little salty, going to be honest, but I won't necessarily be bitter. I'm not going to boycott them just because they took me off a PR list. Another problem, another issue that I have with PR products are these huge PR unboxing videos. Tati Westbrook from Glam Life Guru, I think she just goes by Tati now. She does these huge PR unboxings where she has like tons and tons of boxes that she's going through all these products. And she'll go, here's a product, da da da. I don't really get the value of those kinds of videos. I think I watched one or two and then I was just done, because literally she would just go through the boxes and I'm like, but I'm not seeing swatches. I'm not hearing you try out the products. I don't know what's happening. So am I really interested? And I know it's difficult. Don't get me wrong. When you have that many packages come into you on a daily basis, it's hard to really showcase all the products. But to me, you could go through the boxes and pick out like the highlights and share those and share a little bit more detail. You don't have to go in depth, but like do swatches, because I'm sure you guys are interested in that. And that's what I try to do on my channel. So I think those are more beneficial, just not, hey, look at all this. And she names them, oh my God, the video title, free shit that beauty influencers get. And I'm like, did you have to though? Like, did you? It's so braggy. It's so showy. I hate that. And I know there are people out there that love those kinds of videos, but I find it to be braggy and showy, and I don't like that. So they kind of put a bitter taste in my mouth, and that's why I haven't really been doing PR hauls lately, because they made it so cringy. I didn't want to be a part of that, and I just didn't want to feed into it. So I put off doing PR hauls, but I will do more of them because you guys said you're okay with them. And I will do them in my style, the way I prefer to do them. Because if I'm going to show you a product, it's a highlight from things I've gotten. So I don't like those braggy, showy PR haul videos. And with that, the other problem is there's an excess and a waste of product. There is so much waste that comes with PR. Oh my God. So all these brands are trying to be the one that your eye is drawn to. They want to send you the prettiest package, the most exciting package. So that may give them a chance to be featured on your channel, because of course you're going to gravitate to the most exciting thing, right? And it gets kind of crazy with what they come up with. You get these big boxes with lights and glitter and surfboards, and you're like, it's just a mascara. We could have done without that. Like, I don't need all of that. So it creates so much waste, and we already have a problem with all the plastic in our oceans, all the pollution, all the CO emissions. Like, listen, climate change is real. It's serious. So I would rather you not send me all of that stuff. You can just send me the plain old box of the products. I'm okay with that. And I'd rather you use paper or cardboard so I can recycle all that. I don't need all the plastic, please. It is so much better for us. When you get so much product, there's only so much you can do with it. And a lot of it, I have only so many friends that are into makeup. And I end up having so much product that when brands stop sending me PR, I'm almost happy about it, because I don't have to go through that many products all the time and think about giving them away. And the good thing is my mom, she's a huge part of her church. So I give her tons of products to give away. Like, there are girls that are doing prom. There are girls that want to get into makeup. They want to be makeup artists. They want to go to cosmetology school. I get to donate them to her, and she can give them away because it gets overwhelming. It's a lot. So there's a lot of waste that comes with PR. And with that being said, there's another problem. You don't get to try out everything. You don't get to test everything. Not only that, you don't get to test them fully. So reviews are just quick, like they're fast food reviews instead of really detailed reviews where you sit down and try out a product. Because as soon as you get this new product, there's another one and another one and another one, and it's so overwhelming and there's so much to try out, and you're like, I only have one face and there are only 24 hours in a day, and I can't really wear 5 different eyeshadow looks in one day because my eyes are going to get irritated. And it's just a lot. It's overwhelming. It's too much, and you don't get to fully test the products out and then fully give you, the audience, a quality video, a quality review, because there's only so much time and there are so many products. They're non-stop. So again, it's a good thing for me. The less I get, the more I can dedicate to trying products out and testing them out. But imagine these influencers that get like 10 boxes a day. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I can understand why people got into doing first impressions, because they were easier. Just do first impressions, a full face of first impressions with all these products. Try them out right away. But then you don't get a full review. So it's a trade-off. It ends up being a trade-off. It's like, I got to give you the content you want, because tomorrow there's going to be another package that needs reviewing, and you guys are very pushy as well. You're like, try this out, try this thing, I want a review, give me swatches. And you're like, I can't. So people have to now prioritize and figure out what's worth it. And for me, I'd rather do a full test. Probably do a whole video where I've tried products out. Probably do a review roundup, which I'm going to start doing review roundups of like 5 or 10 products in one video and just give you my thoughts right away instead of doing like dedicated review videos, because that's the fastest I can think of to get reviews of multiple products out there. Still do a review, like give you full thoughts, test them out, but not like do long videos dedicated to that one product, because if I did that, I would never be done. So that's the other thing. You don't get to fully test products and the quality of the videos go down, or the usefulness of the videos go down, because there's only so much you can do with so many products, so few hours in a day, and just one face. The other thing is that a lot of great products get lost in the frenzy, because instead of it being, oh, I discovered this really great product, it's now, what's the hyped up product? What's the one that everybody wants to see? Rather than, what's the gem in this whole pile of new product? It's, okay, everybody wants to see the Urban Decay Cherry Palette. Meanwhile, there may be a hidden gem under here from Kevin Aquan, or from some indie brand, or from Makeup Forever, for instance, Cover FX. You never know. It's hidden under there because the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So whatever product is screaming the loudest, whichever one that you guys are screaming for, that's the one that's going to go first. Even though it may be mediocre compared to like a really great product that's in the pile somewhere, but you don't get to it because you're so focused on getting out the fastest reviews, the first video showcasing a hyped up product. You want to be the first showing swatches. There's so much hype that a lot of great products get lost in the frenzy. And in that comes another problem. Not only do great products get lost in the frenzy, but a lot of brands get lost in the frenzy. So you'll notice, just like how there are top influencers, the major ones that are the only ones, or the only 4 people getting collaborations, there are also like only a few brands that get featured on these channels. Where are the other brands that don't necessarily send PR all the time or can't afford to do it? The indie brands, where are they? They're lost because what? Big influencers are only showcasing those big brands that are hyped up, that everybody wants to see. Everybody's showcasing Fenty by Rihanna, or Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. Like, have you seen that Sultry palette? That does not deserve any hype. It's a neutral palette with a coral in there to throw you off. Why is it getting so much hype? Because everybody's up Anastasia Beverly Hills' ass. No one is showcasing the little gems from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, really great products. Beauty Bakery gets lost in the shuffle. Why? Because everybody's so focused on the next Tarte product, the Benefit product, because they're going on a trip. No one is looking at these other brands and discovering other great brands and other great products. So you only end up seeing the big brands instead of all the other obscure brands. And I know that that's what's going to happen, and I see it because it's all about what the audience wants and the viewership. And, you know, I don't like it. I don't like it at all, but it's the name of the game right now. What are you going to do? And another thing that's a big problem with all this hubbub going on, the brands end up having favorites and showcasing that favoritism by sending certain influencers packages a couple of days ahead of other influencers. So like Jeffree Star, who I don't watch at all, he will get a launch or all these products ahead of time so he can be the first one to put up a video, because guess what? He has so many millions of subscribers that he's sure to get all these views, and the brand knows that and pushes it to him first so they can get the hype from his channel first, and he will be the first one to showcase these products. Now, what does that do? That helps to push him, make him bigger. He's going to get all the views because he's the first one to see it. They also have done it with Nikki Tutorials. Pat McGrath did that with Nikki Tutorials, where she was the first one to get the products, the lipsticks, and she did her video first. And it all gets like so muddled, the favoritism, the sponsorships, the paid reviews, the paid advertisements, and it all gets mixed up. So you don't know what is PR anymore, what's being sent, what's being sponsored, what's being paid for, because no one's disclosing, and it's just a jumbled mess, and I don't like it. And the bigger ones, the bigger brands, just like the bigger influencers, just get bigger, and there's no chance for smaller channels to really catch up because they're late to the game, because they have to wait till it launches for them to get it, or they get it in PR but they get it last, so by the time they get to it, their video is lost in the sauce. And you may be getting great videos from them, great reviews, great swatches, great eyeshadow looks, but they're like on page 5 because all these big influencers have done their videos. So it's sad, and I don't like that. The favoritism, the bigger get bigger, and the smaller ones are just here like, I'm here too, hello. Again, you need to support your smaller influencers. Give them a chance to. Even if their video is probably a month late, why not? It may still be a good video. There's so many other things I could touch on, but this video would be 4 hours long, and I would love to be here for 4 hours, but my throat is dry and I can't. So the last thing that I will talk about is influencers being forced to do giveaways and being forced to do charity, or being questioned about their charity work or their donations. And it's a lot of pressure, and I've experienced it myself. You get all these products, and then I get a flood of comments saying, oh, send me this, oh, give me this, and oh, you should donate here, and da-da-da. That's the other thing. I know it's a lot. A lot of people get a lot of products, and I know you feel like, oh, well, you don't deserve all those products, or, well, you should be sharing it because you've gotten so much. Share it with the world. It's okay. It's okay. Good people and genuine people will do that, and they'll do it in their own way. And if they want to, they will do the research and find places to give back to. So it's okay. Let people live. It's all right. Back up. So let me know your thoughts. Leave them all down below. We got a lot to talk about. There was a lot going on right now, and there's a lot more I could get into, but as I said, I don't want this to be a mega long video. Leave your comments below. Let's talk about it. Give me topics you want me to talk about in these chill and chat videos, and we will get into it. I wanted to do this one because there was no way I was going to cover it in a car chat because I had so much to say. I've tried to film this in the car about 5 different times, and I ended up not getting half of what I had to say by the time I got home or got to work. So I just gave up and decided I had to sit down and do this chat. So let me know what you guys think, and I will leave links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat page where you should be following me along. And until my next video and the next chillin' chat, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.